Hello and welcome to Down the Vent. My name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And today we're going to get spooky as we play Disney's Hocus Pocus the game. Woo. So in this game, your goal is to save the children of Salem from the Sanderson sisters by messing up their potion. We're going to do that in 3 phases. So every turn, you are going to get to ask one question. So the key to this game is that the Sanderson sisters have cast a spell on Salem, and we're not allowed to communicate each turn. So we can only ask one question to all the other players, and then they can answer either yes or no. So for instance, I can ask, do you have any yellow cards? And Emily can look at her hand and say yes or no. You cannot say, yes, I have 2 yellow cards, or anything like that. You can only say yes or no. The other question you can ask is if they have a specific ingredient. So, what are ingredients? Well, let's go into that. There are 5 different ingredients in the game. There are 5 different colors in the game as well. So, we have Dead Man's Toe, Oil of Boil, Dash of Pox, Newt's Saliva, and Thine Own Tongue. So we're going to be playing those 5 ingredients in the 5 different colors on the board. So we have orange, blue, green, yellow, and purple to try and stop the Sanderson sisters from completing their potion and
Save the children.
Save the children. So to do that, we are essentially trying to get the ingredients in the cauldron to all line up and either be the same color or all the same ingredients. So we either want 5 orange, for example, or we want 5 Thine Own Tongue showing. Or, well, either way, that's what we're trying to do.
True.
If that ever occurs, you will stun a witch, and that's going to end the round. So once we go to end round, we'll get there, we'll go over all that. But so your goal is to stun a witch 3 times, so that way you can delay until dawn, and then their plans are foiled. Yep. But whenever you stun a witch, you're going to take the stun token and place it on one of the witches. The only one, so we said you can either have all the ingredients the same color. If that happens, you'll stun Sarah. So I'll bring these over here so you can see a little bit closer. So if you get all the ingredients the same color, then Sarah will be stunned. If you get all the ingredients to match on top, so like 5 Thine Own Tongue are matching, you'll stun Mary. But if you get all ingredients to match and all 5 colors are visible, so you have 5 Thine Own Tongues, but you have 1 of every color, you will then stun Winifred. So she is the most difficult witch to stun because she's the most powerful. Yeah. So that's essentially the game. So you will ask a question, then you must play a card from your hand, and then you draw an ingredient card back up. And that's it. We do have a little Binks token here. A nice little wooden meeple. We'll go over what Binks does here once we get a card out that allows us to show you. And then we also have 4 of these little trick tokens here that we can use as well. These are usable once per game, so not per round, per game. Once you use them, you flip them over and they're gone for the rest of the game. So the first one here is the Circle Assault. That lets you discard a spell and then draw another spell. So the witches will be casting spells on us throughout the game. We'll go over those once we get to one. The next one is a Burning Rain of Death. Discard 3 ingredients and draw 3 ingredients. So if you don't have something you need, you can try and get some. And after you would play that, you would still have to play a card on your turn to the cauldron. The next one is Billy Ferguson. Or I'm sorry, Billy Butcherson, not Ferguson. And you do not have to play an ingredient that turn when you play Billy. And the last one here is Daylight Savings, and that allows you to swap 1 ingredient with another player. So you'll just put them both put them face down the table and switch them real quick. But that is it. We are going to go ahead and get started. I think it was the last person to watch Hocus Pocus will go first.
To light a candle.
To light a candle, that's right.
That was definitely me.
That was definitely you, I agree. I've not lit a candle in quite some time. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet now, and Emily's going to go ahead and take her turn.
And ask your one question.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is, do you have any blue?
Yes. Alright, and then Emily's going to draw back up. So she played a Dead Man's Toe out there. So now it's my turn, and I will say... Good thing, yeah. Do you have any Thine Own Tongue?
No.
Okay. So I play a Newt Saliva out there on top of Newt Saliva. Oh yeah, the card. I didn't say that. To play a card, it has to match either the color or the ingredient on that's currently below it. So for example, for the Newt Saliva, for there I could either play. So this Newt Saliva, it was blue, so I could either play it on top of this Newt Saliva, or on top of this blue, or on top of the blue that Emily already played. And that's why she played this Dead Man's Toe on top of the other Dead Man's Toe. So those are the only legal plays that you can make. Sorry, back to the game.
Do you still have blue?
No. Okay, so Emily has played an ingredient that has the Binks icon on it. So there he is right there in the little corner there, little happy cat. Well, he's not so happy, I guess. But, so that means Binks comes into play. So Emily will get to take the Binks icon and either place him in front of me or in front of her. When Binks is in front of a player, they get to put their cards face down for everyone to see. So it's like a little bonus, and it makes it a little bit easier to kind of see what Emily's plans might be. So go ahead and...
I'm going to keep Binks for myself
Yep.
and reveal my hand.
All right. Can you move up just a little bit? So as I can see, Emily has a purple Newt Saliva, a yellow Newt Saliva, a purple Oil of Boil, and a blue Dead Man's Toe. So I know that Emily can put a Newt Saliva here, and if we can get one of these to purple, she can put a Newt Saliva there as well. So, alright, so I know what she's going to try and do, and it is my turn. I can ask a question still. I don't know if it makes... If there was... playing with more players, I would totally still ask a question, but since I can see everything in Emily's hand, I'm not going to ask right now, unless I could try to... you shouldn't try to lead. That's probably cheating. So I can't really play anything to help out our plan here, so I'm going to just play this Dash of Pox, and this Dash of Pox has a spell icon on it, so that's that little token right, or icon right there. It kind of matches the art on the back of these spell cards, and those are not so great. But what's going to happen now is the Sanderson sisters are going to cast a spell on us. So we're going to flip up the spell card, and the spell card has a few things here. It's got the name of the card, the spell, so Green Lightning. Which witch is casting it? So this is being cast by Winifred. And if a witch is stunned, the spell doesn't get cast. Right. So it's beneficial to stun the witches, obviously. And then it says here, I haven't lost my touch, sisters. And then the effect on the bottom says, discard the top 5 cards of the ingredient deck. That hurts. So we're going to lose 5 cards from the top of the ingredient deck. 3, 4, and 5. And we'll go over why that's bad at the end of the round. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card now, and it is back to Emily's turn.
Do you have any Newt Saliva?
No. Okay, dokie. Nope. Okay. I don't. Again, I'm not going to ask Emily a question. I see that she still has her purple Newt Saliva. I don't have a way to help her get the purple one out there, though, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this orange Oil of Boil and play that there, just so I don't have to, I don't wreck what she's currently working on. And then I will draw a card.
I don't really feel the need to ask a question right now, so I'm just going to play.
Okay.
Since you can see hopefully what I'm trying to do.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. What a predicament I am in here. Boil, boil, boil. So Emily has 2 more Newt Saliva, which would get us to be able to stun a witch. But I don't think I have a way of not messing this up, unfortunately. Good idea. Yeah, so Emily pointed out the Burning Rain of Death. So it seems kind of early, but really you need to stun these witches as quickly as possible. So I am going to actually use this. I'm going to discard 3 of my ingredient cards and draw 3 ingredient cards. And that will be...
That gets flipped over, and it's out of play.
That is correct. Alright, did this help me at all? Well, it lets me play without wrecking stuff, I guess. So that's better than nothing. I'm going to play that there. There you go.
I'm going to play that there.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to play this green dash of pox there. And draw back up. Okay. So Emily's played a green oil of boil there. And now I will get to play a green newt saliva. So we have 5 matching ingredients of 5 different colors. That is the best scenario we can hope for. So that means that Winifred is going to get stunned. So what happens then is that ends the round immediately. So even if there's a spell or a Binks icon out there, it doesn't cast, and Binks doesn't occur. So because it's the end of the round. So I will draw back up, and then we're going to go to the in-between round phases. So the first thing you're going to do is stun a witch. So, since all ingredients match and all 5 colors are visible, we actually stun Winifred, the most powerful of the witches. When you stun a witch, you move the daylight tracker up 1 spot, so we only need 2 more stuns to win. And then you're going to take all of the ingredient cards that were in the discard pile and all in the ingredient cards that are in the cauldron, and you're going to sort them. You're going to pull out any ingredient card that has Binks or a spell on it. So we have 5 cards that have Binks or Spellcast on them, and they're going to get shuffled back into the deck. Unfortunately, the rest of the cards are out of the game.
Another reason it's never too early to use your helpers, because it is kind of a race against time and card quantity. So,
if you ever cannot draw a card when you must draw a card, then you lose the game, and the witches have successfully taken or created their potion and wreaked havoc on Salem. We don't save the children, that's right. But that's going to be it for that round. So Binks goes back up, so nobody currently has the Binks token in front of them. Winifred is stunned, and then we're just going to start back up to the player to the left of whoever took the last turn. So I took the last turn. Emily will begin the next round.
Do you have any blue?
Yes.
Give me Binksy back.
There you go.
And I still want to play open-handed because I enjoy it.
Okay, and there's your next card. Alright, so I can see what Emily has here. She's got a couple more blues. She's got the newt, and she's got the dead man's toe. So what I will do is play this, and that has a Binks icon as well. I can move Binks if I'd like, or I can leave him where he is. I'm going to go ahead and leave him, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, so it is back to your turn. Excellent. So I can kind of see Emily's plan here. So hopefully this doesn't backfire. I have a card here that is Oil of Boil, so it gets us to 4 blues, but it has a spell on it.
But we do still have...
Oh, just in case it's a really bad spell.
A circle of salt if we need it.
So we have the Calming Circle, which is cast by Mary Sanderson, who is not stunned, of course. Rabid Bats, Black Death, Mummy, Scorpion, Pie. Each player passes 1 random ingredient from their hand to the player on their right.
I'm okay.
Random ingredient.
Oh.
Yep. I think I'm okay with that happening.
I'm less okay. Do you look? Do I draw?
No, just pass 1 randomly without looking. Okay.
Oh!
Alright, so now it is Emily's turn.
And I still luckily have my newt.
Alright, so we have all colors matching in the cauldron. So what that means is that we're stunning another witch.
Yes.
Alright, so for that one, that is Sarah. That's if all ingredients are the same color. So Sarah is now stunned. So we're going to go ahead and discard or remove these and only keep the cards that have Binks or spells. We did much better that round than the last round. We really lucked out there with how fast we got to that, but...
I was lucky. But we also didn't stun Winifred anymore, and we didn't really get to reap the benefits of that.
We didn't, yeah.
She's so hard to get.
She is. She is really difficult to... But, oh well.
We know what happened. You know what happened.
That's right. So, Emily took the last turn of that round, so now it's back to me, and I need to ask questions. Do you have any Dead Man's Toes?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to play this card here, and I'm going to take Binks and put him in front of me this time.
Oh, Binksy.
And play open-handed here so Emily can see what I have now. Binks is here to help.
Binks is over here.
Oh, okie dokie. All right. So Emily has one dead man's toe that's purple. She has 2 oranges and a yellow. All right. I think I'm going to switch up my dead man's toe plan and start moving with something else here instead.
I guess. We'll hope that that's what he's doing.
Okay, so I can see Emily's got another yellow now. She got 2 yellows. Oh my. So I'm going to play a dash of pox here. That's going to cause a spell to cast though. So this one again is Mary. And it's again calming circle. Think soothing thoughts. Each player passes one random ingredient from their hand to the player to their right.
Oh.
That's not too bad. There are some spells that force you to like discard an entire pile,
yeah,
or the top of every pile. It can get bad real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, back to Emily. And she can still ask me questions, so.
Do you have any yellow?
Yes.
Let's go with the theme. I'm keeping Binks. Shocker.
Okay. I guess I'm going to play a dead man's toe, but that is going to cause a spell to cast. So this is take flight. So this is all 3 witches cast this. So no matter, it doesn't matter if you have any witch stunned. Oh, we forgot to move this up. It doesn't matter if you have any witch stunned. This will always cast. So remove the stun token from play and cast another spell.
Oh.
Should we use our circle of salt to cancel that?
Do it.
Alright, so we're going to cancel that and just draw another spell. So this is Winifred. So great, she's there. It's dance until you die. My whammy fell on you and it was strong. Discard the top ingredient from each pile unless that ingredient shows a Binks.
No!
So we're going to discard this one, that one, and this one.
Well.
There goes our yellow. Whoops. There goes our yellow.
Time for a mulligan.
Alrighty. But at least Sarah's still stunned. Oops, I forgot to draw back up. Oh my gosh.
My turn? It is my turn. She played the spell. Do you have newt saliva?
No.
Well. Poo. Guess I'll just keep orange where orange belongs. No. 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 Yes. No. No, that's a spell. Let's do that.
Okay.
And it's Binks, and I'm keeping him.
Okay.
He's my pet.
Wowzer. Okay, I can't. There's no. Okay. Alright, let me think here. Okay, I can play a card, barely. And you have to play a card if you can. So I have to play the Dash of Pox there, which is going to cast another spell on us. Which is Green Lightning from Winifred, and it says discard the top 5 cards of the ingredient deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not great to happen in our last round.
No, they're really hitting us hard now.
So... Do you have Dead Man Toe?
Yes.
It's another spell, though.
Okay, so we'll cast this spell. It is Mary Sanderson. Where's Sarah's spells at?
Where's Sarah?
It's I Smell Children, Sick'em. Choose a pile with at least 1 ingredient. Discard all the ingredients in that pile. This could be helpful to us, I guess.
You know, that's your call.
Let's discard this one, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so now it's back to me. I can see that Emily does not have any Dead Man's Toes. I don't know what we're trying to do here. We have 2 orange, 2 green out there. Emily has no orange or green. So I'm just going to play this for now, Thine Own Tongue. So now we have 2 Thine Own Tongue, 2 Dead Man's Toes, 2 green, and 2 orange, which is not helpful at all to what Emily has in her hand, but okay, dokie. Back to Emily.
Oh, no, I don't want to play another spell. I'll avoid that at all costs.
Can you avoid that is the question.
I can.
Yep.
I'm going to just play my purple saliva.
Okay, so Emily's got a purple out there. Oh, she drew a Dead Man's Toe. What I am going to do is play a Dead Man's Toe here, which is also purple. But it casts a spell, unfortunately. And it's Sarah Sanderson!
Yay!
So, since she's stunned, the
She showed
spell
up.
doesn't cast. Excellent. Alright, we finally got one.
Do you have other Dead Man's Toe?
No.
Oh. Well, let's put that toe over there.
Alright, so I'm going to ask Emily a question just because I can. Do you have any purple?
Yes.
Excellent. Doesn't help what I have, but alright. Yeah, here we go. Alright, there we go.
I'm really trying to avoid a spell.
Cast him, I say. I can't tell you that, though, technically.
Let's play that guy then.
Alright. So it is Sarah Sanderson again. Yes. Is run amok, but she is currently stunned. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and play a dash of pox there. So we're up to 3 purples now.
Are you stealing Binksy?
Maybe I should so you can see what I have.
By Binksy.
Yep, I want to steal Binksy. So now Binks is in front of me. So now Emily can see my hand, and it's her turn. Okie dokie.
We are dangerously low.
Do you have Thine Own Tongue?
No.
Okay.
Could swap an ingredient.
We do have Daylight Savings and Billy Butcherson left.
We could at least try it.
I'm going to play a card because... Oh, but then if we get a spell cast that makes us draw, we lose. I think that's going to happen anyways. So, I want to draw a card, the last card. Alright. We only need 1 more purple to stun the witches again. Okay, so Emily can draw now, or can't draw, but you're not forced to draw back up to your total hand size at the end of the game like this, or when you're out of cards in your ingredient deck. I think I may, because I can't play without playing on top of another, and I don't want to waste any, so I think I'm not going to play an ingredient. Maybe I will. Or maybe I'll trade one to Emily. That's what I'll do. So I want to swap one ingredient with the player. So we have to do this secretly, I guess. So I'm going to take one of these and do that there. Okay. That doesn't help me at all. And I'll put my cards back out so I can see what I have still. Shoot. I guess I'm going to play this Newt Saliva here, and then I'm going to give Binks back to Emily.
I have no questions.
This isn't looking good for town of the children of Salem.
Man.
All right, so Emily's got a yellow there. Now it's my turn. I can either play a purple or play on top of that. It's Newt Saliva. I guess I'll play. See what happens here. Play the Newt Saliva and have a spell get cast.
Change them all purple.
I smell children. Choose a pile with at least one ingredient. Discard all the ingredients of that pile. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Mary Sanderson. I'm so happy we cast that spell.
Of course it was Mary, too. Like, she would do a
She
spell
would,
like that.
she would, yep. She'd root
Backfire
for
on
everyone.
her.
So we have 5 purple, which means we're going to stun a witch again, which is going to take it up to the 3rd stun, which means we barely pulled off a victory. Holy cow, if we would have had to draw a card, we would have been done. And there was no way it was going to happen with what we had in our hands either.
No.
So, wow, I was just hoping something would
Right?
change.
That's
so.
nuts.
Oh, thank you so much, Mary. Shishka baby. Thank you. I agree. Wow. All right. So that is Hocus Pocus, the game. It's an interesting co-op game. It's
a lot of luck.
It is a lot of luck. We've played this quite a few times now, and you can sometimes win very early, or lose very early, or maybe not even stun a witch at all and just run out. But it is interesting. I think it'd be fun with like a big group of people because you get less cards in your hand, but then those questions really will like.
Adder.
But there are more cards out then. So me and Emily playing with 2 players, each got 4 cards. But you can play up to 6 people, and when you play with 6 players, I think you get 2 cards each. So instead of only having 8 cards available, you have 12 cards out there to look through.
Right.
So it might be easier to get all purples or something out there anyway. So, but that's going to be it for our playthrough though. If you're here still, you might as well subscribe, share the video, tell your friends about it.
Do it, yeah.
And then go watch some Hocus Pocus and eat popcorn and think of Halloween getting here soon. I'm ready.
Sure.
I'm ready. Until next time though, my name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And you've been watching Down the Vent. Good night!